West Australian Health Minister's comments yesterday about guards in hotel quarantine not being required to wear masks and do hours?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not surprised because New South Wales system has been tested, and Dr. Chan and I were asked about this question a few weeks earlier, and we can confirm that our policy now is that yes, all security guards must wear masks, and that advice is provided by, I can never remember the name of that committee, Kerry.
Clinical Excellence Commission.
Yeah, the Clinical Excellence Commission always provides states with that advice, and their advice from a particular point in time was that all guards should wear those masks, and certainly New South Wales adopted that policy. But that committee provides us with advice, and of course, as soon as we get that advice, we implement it.
Premier, just to clarify back on what you said before about prioritising New South Wales. So will you put this to National Cabinet on Friday?
Yeah, and can I say it's not prioritising New South Wales. It's just making sure that New South Wales, because if we are going to continue to bear more of the risk, it stands to reason that we reduce that risk by making sure our quarantine workers are some of the first in line to get the vaccine. That's all I'm saying. It's not about New South Wales going ahead any other state, because obviously it's a national rollout and every citizen has the right, according to their category, to be treated respectfully and equally. All I'm saying is if some states are bringing in more Australians than others, obviously that carries risk with it, and we've always borne that risk. As you see, whenever there's an outbreak, community transmission being zero is the aim that all of us have, but the biggest risk to that is our quarantine system. We know that whenever there's been an outbreak, it's been linked to the quarantine system, so it stands to reason that they would be the category of person that you would look at providing the vaccine first and foremost. So that is a position I'll put, but it's not about New South Wales beating other states. It's just about making sure that the risk that is borne by people in those occupations in that front line is considered as part of the rollout.
How does that work? Do you want more jabs than other states, or do you want vaccines to be rolled out in New South Wales faster than they're rolled out in other states?
No. I think the national approach is the way to go. So every state obviously will be part of the same journey in terms of the timing, but we know early on when the vaccine rollout starts in various cohorts, if you're going to look at frontline health workers, if you're going to look at frontline people exposed to the virus, obviously people working in quarantine are the most exposed, and that's why it would stand to reason that if you're going to look at categories of people most at risk, you would be best to ensure that the vaccine is made available to everybody across the nation involved in quarantine. We simply have more of them because we will be welcoming 3,000 Australians back, and all I'm suggesting is if you're looking at categories of the most vulnerable and those most exposed, you should provide that, of course, across the nation.